In the first place, may I call upon Mr. Ntamo Latha, General Secretary, Naga Council, Dimapur.
Respected moderator, recorder, honorable chief guest, honorable guests of honor, and most honorable Ado Gilon sir of GPRN, Gilon sir, and his council of ministers, the others, senior officers, the rank and files of the Naga Army, the civil societies, the NGOs, and my dear fellow Nagas who have gathered here today to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Republic of the Government of People, Republic of Nagaland. I am just standing here to convey to you all, on behalf of the Naga Council, our greetings and also our joyfulness to join with you today. I especially bring greetings of the Naga Council Dimapur to the government of the People's Republic of Nagaland on this very important occasion. God the Almighty has been very kind to the Naga people ever since our leaders has set forth together to fight for the rights of the Nagas, for the freedom of the Nagas, to fight the occupational forces of India and Myanmar. From Simon Commission in 1929 to the Declaration of Naga Independence on 1947, and also on 1951, the having of please be said, and referendum supporting the freedom of the Nagas. The Nagas fought with one accord and with the people's strength. And also the ceasefire of 1947, 1964, and 1997, and 2001 until today, the Nagas has excelled in making our point very clear to the people of the world. In spite of differences, in spite of difference of opinion, in the person between, the ultimate vision of the Nagas has never been lost, and the freedom fighters are steadfastly holding the vision and the rights of the Nagas. For this, with the civil society, thank the various political leaders for your steadfastness and upholding the noble cause under difficult circumstances. Nagas have stood firm as one people with one goal, and today I take this privilege to call upon all the patriots of the people of the Government of People's Republic of Nagaland to remain steadfast on the noble goal of bringing hope and happiness to the people who have long waited for peace, This is a patriot's noble treaty, as also our treaty to respond with full support as citizens who struggled together. The Naga Council, since 1949, has been a unique part of the movement and will continue to remain so. As a catalyst for social change and tribal harmony, we are sure the Naga government, that is the GPRN, NSN, that we shall, along with the organization, remain committed to the peace and honorable negotiated settlement of Naga cause. On this day, I will be filling in my treaty if I don't salute the patriots, the Naga armies, the Naga leaders who laid down their sacrificed their life for the cause of the Naga nation and Naga rights. To the living soldiers, armies, leaders, who controls the destiny of the Nagas, I pray that God will give you wisdom and understanding so that whatever decision you take will be good for the Naga people. I once again greet you and call upon all of you, the Naga people, to rededicate ourselves to the noble cause of the Naga freedom, reconciliation, unity, and peace. Long live the Nagas. Gok Ngalin.
Thank you, sir. Now next, may I request Kaka D. Ralo, freelance journalist and Naga historian, to take the time.
Honorable dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very grateful to the GPRN for giving me a few minutes. I consider every second precious, so I'll fire away like a machine gun. I want to say a few words about Naga history. One very tragic thing about the Nagas is that we know Indian history, we know American history, we know European history, we know Asian history, but we don't know our own history. As a result, we are like a Christmas tree. A Christmas tree is a beautiful tree, but it has no roots. We have no roots because we don't know our own history. Therefore, I would like to highlight some major events in our history so that we know our own roots. To begin with, we are not nomads from another planet, Earth. Along with the rest of humanity, we had an origin in the general flow of history. We are descendants of Shem, the father of the Mongolian nation, or rather the Mongolian race. The second is Ham, the father of the Negroids, and Japhet, the father of the white people. Along with our Mongolian family, like the Chinese, Koreans, Japanese, etc., we established the first human civilization in Sumeria, near Iraq, 5,000 years ago. Our route of migration was through Central Asia to Mongolia, to Tibet, and then on to China. And I make a leap from China into Nagaland, dating our migration according to Kachin and Karen records. Kachins and Karens are our brothers, as you all know. We probably revolted from China during the Han Dynasty, when the Great Wall of China was built. A lot of forced labor was used, and therefore our forefathers, along with many others, migrated into Nagaland, dated 1128 BC to 700 BC. We came in different waves. And then our presence in world history was recorded by Ptolemy. Claudius Ptolemy, a Greek philosopher, historian, and traveler, who stated in AD 150 about our existence as a people inhabiting our land. He called us Nagaloi, the realm of the naked. Our forefathers were not very well dressed. Then Huensang mentions about us in AD 645. He mentioned about our existence from the Varman dynasty in Assam. And there are very clear descriptions which I have no time to describe in detail. And then our record, the record of our history again, is found in the Chethorol Kumbaba and Ningthorol Kumbuba, the Manipur Royal Chronicles. Now, we learned how to read and write only in 1875. That is rather late in history. And therefore, except for oral tradition, oral history, we do not have any written records about ourselves. But our neighbors have noticed us, and our neighbors have written extensively about us. So, from the 6th to the 10th century, our history is in the possession of the Meiji Royal Chronicles. The Ahoms, the mighty Ahom kingdom that was established in Assam from the 13th to the 19th century, their forefathers crossed our land, the Patkoi Range, in 1228 BC. And our recorded history in a written form is in the Burunjis of the Manipur of the Ahom kings, dating from the 13th to the end of the 19th century. We fought against that mighty Ahom kingdom for over 700 intermittent years, and our forefathers never ever surrendered one Naga village to that far superior civilization in our neighborhood. They had their cannons and they had their muskets. We had only our spears and daus, and we fought them for 700 years without surrendering a single village. And then we fought against the Manipur kingdom, the Kachar kingdom, the Tripura kingdom, and so on and so forth. But coming back to modern history, in 1832, the British entered our hills. And from 1832 to 1947, we defied the mightiest European empire for 115 years. Konoma fell in 1881, but that does not mean that Konoma's fall is the fall of the whole Nagas. Semas, Lothas, Konyaks, Yemsugers continued to fight the British until 1947. And in that period, we surrendered only 30% of our territory to the British imperial might. A small nation defying the might of the British Empire in its heyday is a record in itself. I've spoken about this in France, in many Indian-sponsored organizations and meetings. Our forefathers saved Asia's face in her hour of humiliation, when from the 16th to the 20th centuries, the whole of Asia, including giant nations like India and China, fell under the white man's feet. Our forefathers defended our territory with honor and dignity. Our flag, our rainbow, flew proudly in Asia's darkest hour. For 600 centuries, the whole Asian nation, including Africa, Latin America, and the Middle East, fell under the white man's rule. But our forefathers' performance in that period is glorious. Then coming quickly to modern history, from 1947 to the present, we have been fighting for our rights and our lands against one of the mightiest and biggest nations in the world, India. Our record there is recorded in this book, Nagaland and India, the Blood and the Tears. Also, I made several references to our ancestral history in the first chapters. I have some copies with me. If some of you are interested, you can get it later on. Now, so that is our history. I wish I had some more time, but maybe another time. I have no time to talk about our geography, our mineral potential, our prospects for the future. But this I want to say, we have a proud history for which we need not be ashamed of anybody. Our forefathers produced one of the purest democracy, even purer than the one the British or the Americans produced, or the Greeks produced. We have many reasons to be proud of our history. Let us not destroy that proud heritage by turning our guns on one another and destroying one another. In God's own time, in God's own way, if we are united, if we love one another, if we know our history, and we are ready to defend it, I'm sure sometime in our own generation, our rainbow will once again fly to adorn Asian skies, and the world be a nation in the world's community of nations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your very, very valuable speech. It was really